Hey, I'm literally recording a million videos today. I've learned the hard way that you have to record when you have the time or it will not get done. So I'm coming on this channel. I have not updated in forever. I started a series called Going Pro, and in that series I was talking about going pro in my indie publishing business. Since then, it's official, I am pro, but I'm still learning my way. And what I'm going to do for updates is, instead of waiting for this perfect time to record, or even that it's all decked out and everything, is I'm going to come on live and let what I record be what I have, and so that I can keep I want to keep a track record for myself, and also hopefully answer any questions that, thank you, Regina, answer any questions that people have. And she just said, congratulations on my 10th book. Thank you. So Tuesday I released Rockstar Secrets. That was the 10th book, and really I realized today that it really is settled somewhere around, you can either say it's my 10th or my 12th, depending on if you count my group titles or not. And I mean, I could say all of them, but to me 10 was a good thing. Also, this particular book, the characters in the book have been with me for 10 years. I thought of these characters that long ago, and I finally sat down this year and I wrote the book. And so coming on today, the topic that I have in mind, and I have a few minutes because I'm about to go on a live Facebook takeover, but I wanted to talk about reaping and sowing, and I'll do an update, and then if I have any questions, I'll come back with that. You will hear you will hear and thens, because I don't have notes. So the update for publishing is that I have released Rockstar Secrets. It's available now. I do have more books in the works. I recently was invited to join a program for authors using Kickstarter, and I'm so excited about that, and I'm so nervous about it too. I decided that I want to put Fire Opal through the process of using it for a Kickstarter, which will be the third book in the Precious Stones series. And so I'm nervous. I'm just nervous. It will mean really putting myself out there in a different way. And it's crazy because I've recorded videos for a really long time, if you've been on my craft channel. So it's not uncommon for me to be in front of a camera. It is uncommon to have, and it's not even uncommon now, because going pro means you have to ask. You have to ask for the sale. You have to ask for the sale. And as a marketer, I love marketing. I love helping people do that. But doing it for myself has been the transition. It's the fact that it's for me, and it's for my company, and it's for my writing, and for my dream, and for my family. And as I look at it from that perspective, it's like, suck it up, toots. You got to get over being nervous, and you have to just do the work. And I've always done the work, but with that work comes marketing. And so I love marketing, but I've taken on this new hat of understanding what it means to market myself and market my work, timing my releases, timing the process. And so all of that is a part of that growing process. And that is what made me think about the idea of reaping and sowing. It is a biblical concept. It's a life concept. But I mean, you don't get the apples from the tree without planting the seed to grow the tree, to bear the fruit, to pick the fruit, right? Okay. So in that same analogy, think about it in the sense of whether it's your dream, it's your business, it's your family. What seeds are you planting? This past week, I had some very big fruitful moments come to pass that I can't announce fully yet. One of them will be announced in 2 weeks. I just told you about another, which is the Kickstarter. That I've known about for a little while, but we start the process this week, and that is the beginning of realizing, okay, I planted this seed of writing. Black Diamond was published 8 years ago, and to now see it go from that planting to today. I wouldn't have ever thought that I would do a Kickstarter. I have research on my computer where I thought about it and then shied away from it. So now to know that my project was approved and that I'm in this cohort of other authors that will get one mentoring by the company on how to do this, it's just amazing. Like, I'm still not getting it because my nerves. So that's probably good. It's probably so good. And so, what have I planted? You know, what have you planted to go towards your dream? You know, a lot of times we have an idea of what we want the outcome to be or where we would like to be in a year or 5 years. But what is the groundwork that you're laying today to help that come to pass? And come to pass, forgive me. And it doesn't always mean that your steps are the direct connector between your here and your then, but I can promise you it has something to do with it. You know, the other thing that I cannot announce yet, and I will come back and announce it, it came about because I was just being myself, you know, helping people, reaching out to others, offering my talents, because I understand this concept of we are all moving parts of this same thing. And if I feel comfortable in helping with X, then someone else is comfortable and experienced to handle the Y, and someone else has the Z, and then we have this X, Y, and Z when we come together, and this synergy happens, and this thing starts taking place, and all of a sudden we are all better off together than we were apart. And I think sometimes in the hustle and the grind to get things done, that reality can be missed. And this week, I experienced it, and I'm so thankful that my eyes were open. I can't talk for long because I have to get ready for this thing. My eyes were open, and I'm thankful. This is the middle, as of today, it's March 4th. It's the beginning of March. My goals, because I've done that before in my other Going Pro videos, so I will try to keep that going. My goals for the month of March are that I will have an entire book outlined and written by the end of this month. I started last month because I haven't done updates in a while. I started last month on this quest of writing 1,000,000 words in 2018, and I think I'm nuts. But yeah, I'm just gonna suck it up and do it. I have also this year already, for the year 2018, released my third book, or my third project. As You Wish was released in January. Oh yeah, and Ready for Love, the box set of Caramel Surprise, Love's Hope, and Hidden Desire was released in February. And at the end of February was Rockstar Secrets. This month I'm hoping that that I have it is Regina. She said it seems like it's a lot of writing. It is, and I'll finish this, and I want to talk about that before I close out because I want to make these short. So that was, and then Rockstar Secrets was released at the end of last month. And is it a lot of writing? It is a lot of writing. It's a lot of writing, and there's a lot of different things and different viewpoints on whether writing fast is good, whether writing fast means a lackluster product. And what I decided at the end of this, let me back up. November, I always sit down and I do my goals. I review my year. I outline my goals for the next year, and I just decided to light the fire, turn up the gasoline to the fire that was underneath me for this coming year. And my thing was, okay, I got the lay of the land. That's what I wanted to do in 2017. 2018 is about getting paid like a full-time author. And everything that I could see from others was that they were intense in their marketing efforts. They were, and in that they include both potentially AMS. This is a pro, so I'm gonna just say it's a little bit Amazon marketing, Facebook marketing, and outside marketing. So marketing, and also that quite a few of them, at least for a season, release a little more frequently to get their work on the map, so that when people are reading your books, they can read one and then they can go to another, because you have people releasing at such a fast pace that you kind of get lost in the sauce. That's kind of what I'm saying. You get lost in the sauce. When you make your spaghetti, you put all the vegetables in, it all gets lost in there. And it tastes good, but it's kind of, the peppers are in there somewhere. And so my goal is at least for half of the year to do a little bit more frequently, because I want to get this Forbidden Courts is the name of the series, the Forbidden Courts series, out. And I would like for the entire series to be done by the end of this year. And I have several reasons for that. And then also because I write in both contemporary romance and romantic suspense, I would like to try to alternate the two, because the audiences are very similar, but they're not always the same. And to me, those two different lanes I enjoy occupying equally, but I like taking the break from one to jump in the other, taking a break from this one to jump into the. So that's another reason. So part of it is just for the creative energy, and it keeps it going. If I was to stick with the same thing back to back to back, I'd get tired of it. So I'm seeing if this theory works. How are we doing on time? We got a little bit more. So with that said, the question for you today is, are you sowing the seeds that you would like to harvest? If it's in your family, it may be in structure, it may be in love, it may be in time, it may be in sacrifice, it may be in a renewed commitment. If it's in your career, it may be taking a class, reading a book, joining an organization, finding a mentor. If it's in publishing, like myself, it may be looking at what other people are doing and redefining it for yourself, or not worrying about what anybody else is doing and doing you, but doing it at a higher level. And that higher level on each of those aspects, this could be your health, your family, your any of that. The higher level is when I am at that place, and I'm at that place of harvest, who would I be in that place? What are the things that I would do on a consistent basis to maintain that place? And then once you kind of get an idea or a foreshadowing of that, then what you do is you pull some of that energy into your today. If in that place, for example, you and your spouse and your kids are taking a trip once a year, a big fancy trip and all of that, in your today, that may mean I need to be really good at finding good deals or finding locations. So doing research. If it means that in the future I have a nice little arsenal of books, it may mean today I need to write 1,000,000 words. I need to write a word, 100 words, 500 words, right? So I hope that's helpful. And that is the installment for Going Pro for this month. I said what I want. I need to outline and write a full book. Another part of this Going Pro on top of the writing 1,000,000 words is that I do take ongoing classes to perfect my craft. I hope it is not cutting me off. I think it's because of the angle. Just a second. I have this on a stand. Oh, that's better. Let's see. Ooh, that is better. Uh-oh. Sorry. I take classes on a consistent basis to help me with craft. And it helps me, process. It helps me process my ideas. There are times when I have ideas and I'm not sure of how to execute them. And because I know that I want to have these books, and so when I come back from the end of the year, that I'll be able to say, here's what I've done. Here's what I did with my time. Here's what I published. It means that I have to look at my, I have to separate my creative from my process and from my marketing, and let them have their pockets and treat each of those with the reverence that they deserve, and then pull it all together at the end. So if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, leave them below. Thank you so much for joining me. My website has not been updated, but you can always visit me there. You can find me on social media, Facebook, Instagram. But here on YouTube is where you will find the Going Pro series. I'm hoping to write more about it, but right now I'm just trying to live it. When I do these videos, I'm hoping to take a snapshot of where I am and hopefully help others as they are doing the same for themselves, whether it's in publishing or if it's in life. Okay? So I will see you all hopefully sooner than later. Take care. Thank you for joining me. And don't forget to like my channel, thumbs up this video, and I will be back hopefully sooner than later. Goodbye.